Okay, so this is your biomechanical analysis of your running style, right? We're going to go from bottom to top. We'll go from your heels all the way to your head in both sides of the video. The first one will be on the left hand side, and we're going to focus on your heels. See how your heels come down first, and they're the first things to be hitting the floor. What we want is to make sure that happens. We want to make sure that doesn't happen. It has to be your toes that land first. Okay, so at the moment, if you can see on this side here, you're landing and your heel is landing on the front side of the line. So we want that to be on the line. Your foot placement has to be underneath your center of mass. Okay, that provides you a technique leaning forward, and then you're able to apply more force to the ground so you can push forward. Do you understand that? A little bit technical, but if you can understand those little things and that we can run on our toes and have your foot underneath, then that'll be a lot better. Okay? As we move up, we go into your knees. Okay, the best exponent for that would be on this right hand side. And we see your knee. We want to make sure that that knee gets as close to a right angle as possible. Can you see at the moment, we want it to be across there, and when we do it, your angle is down there. Okay, so if this gap in here is the angle that you're losing distance from your stride. Okay, so if your knee comes up a lot more, then your stride lengthens. Okay, so if it comes up to here, then it lengthens, and doesn't land there. It'll land somewhere. It'll land somewhere out here. Right, and that's all because your knees are running very low. Okay, so there's a very easy things that I can give you coaching cues out here in the coming weeks that will allow you to retain information and think, okay, when I'm running, I've got to lift my knees. Okay, so now we go to the bent leg. So see when you're running and your foot's placed on the floor here, see how it's bent? So we're running kind of low. We're running with a hip line that's low. What I would like is for your hips to be higher. So along maybe that line there. Okay, so that's the extension. It's called a triple extension. Okay, so you notice you're flat-footed. We get our toes, we straighten the knee out a little bit, and we get the hips forward. So if we straighten the knee out, the knee comes backwards. And then if we go, the hips come forward just a little bit, then we're more in line. Okay, so then we're running higher. We get more distance in the stride because we glide a little bit more before we actually hit the floor with the other foot, and then we're running on our toes, and we get more power pushing off to go forward. Okay, all right. Then we go now with our arms on this side. As you can see here, your arm comes across your body. See there? And it actually waves in, so it's actually doing exactly what we don't want it to do. It's coming to there. Okay, it needs to be up and down your body. It needs to be basically one line, from pocket to chin, pocket chin. Okay. When we come across into here, you can see that your back lift in your arm is good. So you got some good strength in it. That's a good pose for a runner. Okay. When we come into here, we can see some little deficiencies. Okay, obviously in the wrist. Okay, we need to have it straight and flexed. This here I don't mind. I actually think that's a very good style. Okay, we need to get that up a little bit to there, so it becomes that. Okay, and what I'm worried about is when the body comes, when you go back with the arm, with your other arm, it comes flat, straight. You see? So we've got to keep that at a right angle. Remember, the elbow doesn't move, the shoulder moves. Okay? Other than that, if we get rid of this swaying by your arm movements, okay, so if I draw a line, down here, you go from right to left. See? So if we're able to play that in slow-mo, you see? So if we can stop doing that, then those 3 or 4 things that we've just critiqued, we change them in here in the coming weeks, then you'll be able to become a lot faster, a lot quicker. Okay? Alright. So I'll put that up on the YouTube channel, and then you can watch it over and over again.
Do you need much